I eat well, I exercise well, I sleep well, I live well. At least I try to.
We've barely even made it through the first week of 2023. Still, the internet space is already hotter than fire as Fancy Acholunu, the ex-fiancé of Nollywood star Alexx Ekubo, finally opens up on why she dumped the actor barely 3 months into their engagement. She has finally revealed that there were many reasons why she ended the relationship. In August 2021, Alexx and Fancy's relationship became the biggest celebrity breakup of the decade after the US-based model disengaged from the former Mr. Nigeria in an Instagram post. In the heartbreaking note, the 29-year-old entrepreneur who dated the movie star for 5 years wished him happiness and urged him to live in his truth. And as you must have guessed, these statements sparked rumors in all 4 corners of Nigeria that the Nollywood's most eligible bachelor also enjoys bedroom intimacy with his own gender. But in no time, the news died a natural death, only for Fancy to resurrect it again in 2022. On December 29, 2022, the beautiful model who has been under the radar tendered an apology note to Alexx for how she ended things publicly. But that's not all. The emo beauty also begged for a second chance, saying nothing makes sense when they're apart. Interestingly, barely 48 hours after the apology note went viral and Alexx refused to accept her back, Fancy has now made a U-turn, saying the star actor manipulated her to make the post. While addressing nosy fans, the Los Angeles-based jeweler said Alexx Ekubo made her apologize publicly so he could get his pound of flesh and publicly humiliate her. And before anyone could understand what was going on, Fancy had begun to spill what caused their breakup. All we can say is, wahala for those who don't get data, because you're all in for a shocker. Very quickly, let's look at the top 11 shocking reasons Fancy Acholunu served the Nollywood ladies' man a cold public breakfast and why she refused to let sleeping dogs lay.
I'm really nervous right now.
Hello guys, it's Tico here for African Glitz.
Alexx did not fancy Fancy. Are you shocked? Well, don't be. Her name may be Fancy, but Alexx Ekubo never fancied her. Coming after the model deleted her apology notes to Alexx Ekubo and told fans how he manipulated her to make the public apology, she granted an interview with popular journalist Stella Demokukos. During the interview, the emo beauty revealed that she and Alexx were never intimate for the 5 years they were together. According to the US-based model, the star actor demanded that he stay celibate in the relationship until they got married for religious reasons. Being someone consumed by love, Fancy agreed until waiting for years and realizing that it's not normal and not right. It was when she found out Alexx was cheating on her that she realized that he didn't fancy her like that. Cheating allegations. Speaking about cheating, despite asking his fiancée to wait for marriage before trying out bedroom activities, Fancy revealed that the actor was in the habit of cheating on her with curvy women. During the interview with SDK, she said, "When I met him, I didn't have experience, so it was easy to convince me that his decision was because of religion. But as he would constantly cheat, and yes, I caught him, it would hurt me because that is not part of the religious belief he made our celibacy to be." Once this interview went viral, many initially wanted to call the model a beautiful liar, but then many remembered the expose from an Instagram blogger who revealed that cheating was the reason behind their breakup. According to the Instagram blogger, one of Alexx Ekubos' side chick was calling and threatening Fancy, accusing her of being a desperado, being a cool, calm and collected babe. The entrepreneur couldn't deal with the drama, so she left the actor for his side chick. Questionable sexuality. Oh, we know you were expecting this one and Fancy did talk about it. Alexx Ekubo may be one of Nollywood's most handsome bachelors, but most of his acting career has been riddled with rumors of him swinging both ways. Of course, the film star has also been accused of being the partner of a famous male celebrity. It didn't help that when his fiancée dumped him in 2021, she urged him to live in his truth, again sparking rumors about the issue. But Fancy never confirmed or debunked the rumors until later in July 2022, when she told everyone that was not the message she was trying to pass in her breakup post. According to a gossip blogger, Alexx Ekubo threatened to sue if she ever confirmed his sexuality publicly as she doesn't have concrete proof. Now, during a recent interview with SDK, the 29-year-old was asked if Alexx Ekubos' sexuality is what ended their engagement. While she claims his sexuality was not a problem for her, Fancy dropped hints that his sexuality may be as rumored and may have been a problem in their relationship. She said, when he cheats with curvy women, he couldn't perform with them either, so I don't know. I can't confirm or deny his sexuality. But for me, I loved him despite all, and he still found ways to hurt me. Again, when asked why she broke the engagement, she doesn't say why but claims it's already obvious. She said, people will say, well, how obvious was that, and you ignored the red flags. Alexx Ekubo used the marriage to save face. Aside from Alexx Ekubos' sexuality being a problem in their relationship, a leaked chat of the former lovers has sparked reports that the actor wanted to marry Fancy so he could use it to clear the air about his sexuality and save face in public. Unfortunately, Fancy, who Alexx initially thought was clueless and naive and would never figure this out, eventually became in the know. Alexx Ekubo wanted Fancy's family to fund the big Nollywood wedding. Surprise! Alexx Ekubo, who just got himself a new mansion and splurged millions on an expensive ride in 2022, was allegedly going to make his wife-to-be and a wealthy family sponsor their wedding. Oh, you heard that right. Just before breaking up with Alexx Ekubo, Fancy informed her friends of her decision and then sent them a chat with the actor. Now, after the film star allegedly manipulated his model ex-fiancée to make a public apology to him and then threw her under the bus, her friends were not too happy. So, they leaked the chat. And guess what we found? Fancy was going to carry the bulk of the wedding expenses. Although the chat doesn't say if it's because the US-based entrepreneur is from a wealthy home and desperate for marriage or because the actor is broke. Fancy, however, saw it as a huge red flag. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. The Imo native also revealed that her family are spending millions to attend the wedding and also have plans to gift them something huge. But whatever comes from them should be a gift, not an obligation. It was at this point that Alexx Ekubo started throwing tantrums like a little boy who didn't get his favorite candy. Alexx wanting a celebrity wedding over investment. In the leaked chat, Fancy talks about wanting a small intimate wedding, but Alexx, being a celebrity, allegedly insisted on having a big lavish wedding that could shut down the whole of Imo State. But this wouldn't be a problem if the actor could afford it. And as you all know, Fancy, whose parents are affluent, was expected to shoulder the expenses, but she refused even after many threats and cajoling. According to the jeweler, she is more concerned about saving the funds her parents was going to present to them as a gift after the wedding and using it to buy them a home. This is because marriage is more important than the wedding to her. But in the case of Alexx, the wedding is more important. Now, there is neither a wedding nor a marriage. Alexx unleashed pride and ego. They say pride goeth before a fall. This saying may be true with Alexx Ekubo, who only wanted his ex-fiancée to do as he told her.
As a man with class, I make sure I stay on top of my game, always.
When she questions him or refuses to do his bidding, he uses the silent treatment to make her fall at his feet, massaging his ego and reassuring him that he is still the man in the relationship. Without even saying this in words, this was quite obvious in the leaked chat between Fancy and Alexx, where he ghosted her over the most ridiculous thing. In the chat, Fancy tells him that his ego is the major problem for her. She wrote, "I understand you have pride and ego as a man. That's on you. But it's outweighing room for me to be your woman." Alexx doesn't joke with his social media image. Alexx isn't just any celebrity, but one who cares about his public, or should we say his social media image. Everything has to look perfect for the gram. In the leaked chat, Fancy talks about how the actor only prioritizes anything that makes him look good to the world, even if it means spending millions on a doctorate degree. Also, according to the interview with SDK, things got messy after her first public apology, which Alexx Ekubo said wasn't enough, hence why she made another public apology in December of 2022. She said, "He wanted to get back with me as much as I did. We've been at this for 1 year, but he felt I should do more of the work since I broke up with him. I was fine with that, but his methods are cruel and constantly public." That August statement not being enough was concerning. He only focused on my reactions, never on his actions. She added, "We tried to reconcile. I asked for us to do it privately, get counseling. He disagreed. Even his family and friends said privately would be better, but he needed the grand gesture apology so he can have the grand wedding he wanted again, not caring the issues were still there. Everything is about social media for him, and somehow it's now looking like I want the attention when this is the worst attention I've ever had in my life. Alexx demanded all the public apologies. While responding to fans under a New Year post, Fancy said Alexx wanted all these apologies, claiming that her first apology in August of 2021 and a recent one in December of 2022 were mandated by Alexx as a condition to reconcile. However, there are reports that the Nollywood star told friends that he never had any intentions of reconciling with Fancy and only wanted her to repair the damage she caused with her public breakup, where she added "Live your truth" to her statement. Fancy told SDK, "One breakup statement shouldn't have led to all this. I wish I never said anything, but I'm human. I was fed up with good reasons. I pray he doesn't only focus on people's reactions but evaluates his actions too." Alexx Ekubos' sexuality wasn't the main issue. Based on her replies to fans and interview with SDK, Fancy Acholunu made it clear that the Nollywood star's sexuality is not the main reason she broke up with him. "I am very open-minded, so regardless of what he prefers, love is love for me. I love him for his personality and heart, nothing more." But despite swinging both ways, she was surprised he didn't want to be immediately involved with her and found it confusing and difficult to understand. I mean, take a look at her. She's a gorgeous lady without a doubt. She confessed that after enduring it for 5 years, it started affecting her self-esteem as she kept herself for him all this while. "I loved him despite all, and he still found ways to hurt me," she added. The relationship was unhealthy and toxic. Finally, Fancy talks about how a relationship had become really unhealthy and toxic, affecting her mental health and self-esteem. In the leaked chat, Fancy talked about how she has been loyal and dedicated to the handsome actor since they met, and even accepted things that she would ordinarily not accept from anyone. Unfortunately for the model, all she got in return was constant heartache, as revealed during her interview with SDK. Now the budding actress wants to move on, and her friends and family are solidly behind her. Meanwhile, just after accusing Alexx Ekubo of manipulating her to apologize to him publicly, the emo beauty also revealed that the movie star was the one who crafted the apology note. Unfortunately, his plans were never to take her back, but to give her the public humiliation he felt when she dumped him in 2021. The model has now accepted her fate, wishes her ex-fiancé well, and planning to move on with her life. Sharing a photo of herself on New Year's Day, the model wrote on her Instagram page, "Happy New Year everyone. 2023 will be my year of strength, being fearless, speaking up for myself and family, no longer under anyone's control. I am free. The chain is broken. May God bless us all." On the other hand, Alexx Ekubo, who is now receiving the heat over the new revelation, has gone mute. Will he finally speak out and tell his own side of the story this time? We guess time will tell. Tell us guys, do you think Fancy Acholunu is telling the truth about what tanked a relationship and engagement with Alexx Ekubo? Do you think the actor indeed manipulated her to write the public apology, or would you say she is just bitter because he didn't take her back? Finally, what shocked you the most about this relationship, romance, and the breakup?
Share your opinion in the comment section down below. If you found this video informative, please comment, like, and share. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to be notified every time I upload a new video so that you don't miss out. Thanks for watching and see you on our next one.